Hi, welcome to Asianianics. My name is Hannah Goldstein. You're probably here because one of your friends recommended you. We ran a dating seminar a couple of weeks ago and so many people passed the sheet on to their friends and they asked me to put together like a 5-minute crash course on what I spoke about that night so that you can get basically the whole general idea of what we were talking about. The whole class is uploaded. You can find it on the website. This is just like the 5-minute top key points. So what are we going to start off with? Firstly, let's say you're going on vacation. If you are packing to go on vacation, you have to know where you're going in order to pack right. Therefore, exactly the same thing in terms of dating and marriage. In order to have a good marriage, you have to date right, but in order to date right, you have to know what a good marriage is. In Judaism, a good marriage, I have 3 broad principles. This is not the only 3 things, but these are my 3 broad principles. The first one is that in Judaism, marriage is an opportunity to give. That's love in Judaism. Love, the Hebrew word ahava, it means love, comes from the root hav, which is to give. The whole idea in Judaism is that we are giving. That is a marriage. A marriage is an opportunity to give. The second thing is that marriage isn't really at the core of it a contract, a set of agreements. He agrees to take out the garbage and I agree to cook dinner. I agree to bring in the money and he agrees to look after the kids. In Judaism, marriage is more than that. It's far more than that. It's not like we're 2 trains going along parallel tracks, because what happens when one train goes one way and one train goes the other way? He wants to move to New York and advance his career and I want to stay in Toronto and raise a family. That's not the Jewish concept of marriage. In Judaism, we're on the same train. That means that it's not a question of obligations. It is that we are an absolute same entity. We are the same entity working towards the same thing. We are on the same train. The last thing is that in Judaism, a marriage's absolute foundation is respect. We must have a relationship in which both partners respect each other. Thus, dating is your opportunity to find out, number 1, can you give to this person? Number 2, is this a train that you even want to get on? And number 3, can you respect this person? This is what dating isn't. In Judaism, we do not date for fun. It might be fun, but we don't date for the sole reason of it being fun. Dating is possibly one of the emotionally trickiest and dangerous situations that we as women can put ourselves in. We open our hearts to these boys. We open our hearts, we open our lives, and you know what? It doesn't always work out. So we don't date for fun. It's just a little bit too dangerous. We don't want to end up with all of that baggage of a failed relationship. So number 1, date. When you're going to date, please date seriously. It may be fun, but primarily, the reason why you're dating is to find out the answer to all of these questions. Can you give to him? Is this a train you want to get on? Can you respect him? Secondly, we do not date for experience. Dating is nothing like being married. It's just like, for example, playing fantasy hockey or fantasy football is nothing like really owning a hockey club or really owning a football team. It's not the same. It's not the same when you're when you're playing some kind of stock exchange game and you're not investing with your own money, right? It's just a game. It doesn't matter whether you win or lose. It's nothing like the real thing where it's your money and you win or you lose. This is the situation. Dating, there's no investment. Marriage, there is an investment. That is what we are serious about. That's a game changer. So dating is nothing like a marriage. What do we need to work out in order to date? Well, I've provided a worksheet on the website. If you haven't got it in front of you, you need to click download here and print it out, because otherwise there's no point listening to this class. This is a workshop. This isn't some kind of entertainment. So here you go. Firstly, we have to work out what do you have to give. Secondly, we need to work out what do you need in order to give. Thirdly, we need to work out what about this train? Where's your train heading? And lastly, you need to know what attributes do I respect in a man. So here we go. Here's the first one. Okay? Take a look. It's the first line of your worksheet. You and giving. Imagine that there was an online dating ad. Sarcastic, gossipy 25-year-old with a questionable sense of humor seeks an emotional punching bag who doesn't care that she's always late and lives in her pajamas. Who's interested in that? Who would reply to that ad? I want to know, firstly, you have 3 slots. What do you have to give? What do you have to give? What qualities, what attributes, what beautiful things do you have to give? List your top 3. Then, if you see, to the right-hand side of that, there's a column. 3 things that you wish you could give. If you were writing an online dating ad, if you were selling yourself to someone, what 3 things would you like to be able to say about yourself that you don't think you can say already? For example, maybe you would like to say that you're a confident person and you don't feel so confident right now. Maybe you would like to say that you're a real go-getter. Maybe this is something which you haven't quite nailed yet. Those are going to go on your 3 things. So take a moment. If you need, pause the video. You need to have 3 things which you can give right now. 3 things that you would like to give in the future. Okay, let's move on. What do you need in order to give? This means that what qualities do you need in a man in order that you can be your best, in order that you can give to him? My example is always that I find it very, very hard when I get into confrontation. I need a guy who is non-confrontational. That's how I work best. That was on my list. Do you maybe need a sensitive guy? Do you need a guy who will suck it up? Do you need a guy who listens? Or do you need a guy who's just, let's go, we're moving, right? What kind of guy do you feel you need in order to be the best person that you can be and give to him? What do you need? What qualities do you need in that man that you can take all of these beautiful things that you have and put those into them? Does he need to be a listener? Does he need to be caring? Does he need to be strong? Does he need to be calm in a crisis? Take a few minutes, write it down. Oh, just one thing. Here you see there are negotiables and non-negotiables. What does that mean? What does that mean? Non-negotiables are things that you absolutely have to have. You cannot give to a man who does not have these qualities. Negotiables are things that you would like or that would help you, but you don't absolutely need to have. You're willing to give on some of these. Okay, let's move on. Where is your train heading? When you're looking for someone to date, when you are looking for someone to get married to, really, you want to work with full information. Now, no one knows what's going to happen in life, but at least you can start at this point and say to yourself, you know what? I want to know that at least we can project into the future the way our train would go. So, for example, maybe you want to go and research polar bears in the Arctic. You're the kind of adventurous type. You'll live anywhere, and really your dream is to make your research practical and go see polar bears in the Arctic. What does he want to do? He wants to settle down in a beautiful house in the suburbs with a nice white picket fence, raise 3 kids, and basically never ever leave Thornhill. Great! You get on the same train, someone is going to have to compromise. Either you aren't going to study polar bears or he is getting really, really, really cold and wet in the Arctic. Which one is it going to be? If you love him, then you won't want him to compromise. If you love yourself, you will not want to compromise. So at least right now, work out where is your train heading. Again, you have negotiables and non-negotiables. Your non-negotiables are things which absolutely have to be in your life. For example, I have to be in a financially stable situation. I have to be in Toronto. I have to be in North America. I know what it is. I have to be working in this particular field. I have to be a housewife. I want to be at home raising my kids. All of these type of things, that's what you're going to write there. Then you have your negotiables column. These are things that you would like to do. I would like to be a person who travels. I would like to move to England if you never want to see the sun again. I would like to do all of these things. Okay, that's where is your train heading. Take a moment, pause the video if you need to, Write it out. Lastly, what do you respect? What do you respect? Think of 3 qualities which you personally respect in a man. Really, deep Kabbalistic wisdom says that out of a relationship, a woman needs love. But really core for a man is respect. He needs his wife's respect. He needs to feel that she looks to him. He needs to feel that she respects him. What do you respect? Do you respect creativity? Do you respect success? Do you respect intelligence? Do you need a guy with a university degree, a master's? Or you don't mind that he never graduated high school as long as he demonstrates that he's smart? Take a think about those type of things. What do you respect? What do you need in a man that you respect? What's a successful relationship? So, once you've filled out your chart, now you're ready to get going. Next time you meet a guy, size him up. Take a look on your chart. What do you have to give? What would you like to give? Okay, that's all about you. Take a look at what he is. Does he have the qualities that you need in order to give? Is his train currently on a similar track to your train, so much so that when your trains come together and you make just one train, you're going to go in a direction which is mutually good for both of you? Lastly, is this a guy that you respect? What's a successful relationship? In Judaism, a successful relationship is one where you get these questions answered. That might mean that you decide that you're going to marry him. That might mean that you decide that he's not the one for you. But success is defined by getting your questions answered, not by walking down the aisle in a white dress. Because to be honest with you, marrying the wrong person, that is not a success. Why should you bother to do this? Why do you think your friend recommended you to watch this? I would say like this: because your friend loves you, she cares about you, and your happiness is important. This is why you should sit up and take notice. This is why you should date with intelligence. Do it because you love yourself, because you want to give yourself happiness. If you don't love yourself enough, then do it because you love the man that you're going to marry in the future and you want him to be the one. That's why you should be serious about this. If you don't love yourself enough and you couldn't possibly imagine what it's like to love a man, then do this. Imagine in your head what your kids are going to be like. Then imagine how much you are going to love your kids. Now be serious about that. Your relationship with your husband seriously affects your children in incredibly positive ways, and God forbid, in incredibly negative ways. If you can't do it for you, and you can't do it for your future husband, at least do it for your kids. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that this was productive and helpful for you. Please thank your friends who recommended you. You can see your next steps just below this video.